don't know. I never saw her in that position.
Well, if we got it made like that,
Oh, I know. I don't call it the dustbin for nothing. It's like, you know, like a boomerang, but it's a dildo. So you throw it, it eventually goes right back to, really great. Oh, hello, good evening, welcome to the art of pornographic film, where I, Gregory, and my friend over there, Douglas, he's got a mouth as tight as his asshole, he does, and my fellatiatic friend, Joseph, explain to you and impart the wisdom of the oft-forgotten art of love-making. Today we will be discussing many varied topics. First, I'd like to start with one of my new personal favorite fuck films of all time by up-and-coming director James Dong. The title is, of course, Space Junk. Now, Douglas, what did you think of this movie?
drill!
Interesting as always. And Joseph?
It's a wonderful film about two young lovers and their 30 friends who join in on the love.
Exactly. The title also leaves a little bit of room for cranial activity. Space Junk. Now, space could of course mean outer space, or perhaps it means the space within ourselves which is so often left unfilled.
Yes, and the junk here could mean several things. Either the male's genitalia, or just the junk that floats around in space. Or more likely, the junk is the beauty that we impart to others through the art of love-making.
Yes, and this film was covered in that creamy beauty. I climaxed no less than 5 times during the entire hour-and-a-half-long epic. As a matter of fact, I'm quite chafed. You chaps find that so as well.
Yes, indeed.
Chafing we will go. Harsh times on the old pubic regions. Yes. Well, moving on. Joseph, that is a ravishing jacket you...
Drill!
Well, tis a lovely jacket. Nonetheless, Joseph, might I ask where you procured it?
Oh, indeed you may. My good friend Sheeman Melville gave this jacket to me.
His latest picture, if the rumor mills are true, had one of the longest production times of all time. Now, is this correct, this information?
Oh yes, I was on the set. It was 3 arduous weeks of filming, editing, and marketing, but She-Man, he got it out there for the public to see.
Gotta respect that. His newest film, Moby Big White Dick, wasn't much of a fan, to be honest with you.
Drill!
Agreed! The mere fact that there wasn't a single solitary female performer in the entire film is what really did it in for me.
I didn't even notice.
Still, as a work of art, I was obliged to enjoy the whole proceedings quite thoroughly. In fact, I still enjoy it nightly with a tall glass of Pinot Grigio.
Yes, She-Man is truly a visionary. Perhaps too big for his britches, though.
Yes, quite literally. I heard he uses a gallon-sized garbage bag as a condom. They say when he has sex, he calls it take it out the trash. It's a wild man.
Indeed. Yes.
Moving on to the next arena of discussion, we come across the art of bestial love. Little known and underappreciated.
And illegal.
It's quite illegal. Which is why these projects are so often poorly funded and can only afford the dirtiest, trashiest of women.
Yes, well, some say that's the upside of the industry. It's gritty realism. Drill!
Now, our next film is very interesting, and I'm quite sure it's broken new ground. Showing, as always, the manifest destiny of the pornographic industry, always moving forward.
Yes, this director's a purist. He doesn't mix species or genders. In this film, he found a couple of gay drafts and he filmed their brutal courtship.
Yes, indeed, quite brutal. I never thought a wet dream could become a soggy nightmare so quickly. Its title was simply Long Neck, Deep Throat. I'll never forget that. And it is directed by 85-year-old director Martin Scorsese.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Still kicking. In the same vein, we'll also take a look at the other side of the bestiality world, where dogs, goats, and a horse fuck innocent women.
Vice versa. The women get a chance to repay their respects in the most devastating fashion to the unsuspecting farm animals.
And it is beautiful.
Beautiful.
This film is based off of one of my childhood favorites, Homeward Bound. Perhaps you've heard of it. It is a bestiality bondage film, and a new personal favorite of mine called Homeward Bound, She Likes It Rough. By director...
Director unknown, Gregory.
Really?
Oh, in the credits it lists the director as unknown.
We'll have to unmask this phantom on our next show.
Indeed we will.
Drill! Well, on our next program, we'll be discussing snuff films and the art of getting shit on camera.
Important work.
Yes, the training these girls go through is literally backbreaking.
Yes, they take it, and they love it, and they want more.
This reminds me of a girl I used to know. May she rest in peace.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, have a lovely evening, and please come back next week, Sunday at 8 at night. This is Gregory, Douglas, and Joseph with the Art of Pornographic Film, wishing you fuckers good night.
Well, I think that went well.
I don't know if he...
He said he drank gasoline.
So no one explains siphoning properly to him. I think he thinks you just keep sucking, just because that's how he does everything else. Yes, I was depleted the other